Hello and welcome to I Am Geek, and this is episode 73. Hey guys, how you doing? Caitlin's here, Chris is here. The three amigos are riding again.
We're back at it again, folks. Woo! That was great.
I thought about doing the Three Amigos salute, but you can't see it on a podcast.
Yeah. Can't see it. No.
And I thought about
Yeah.
telling the joke from it, but then I was like, no, I probably shouldn't.
Not appropriate.
How about the mail plane?
The mail plane. I love that movie. I need to watch it again.
That's such a good movie.
It's a great movie. Anyways, today is September 20th. I usually don't do that, but it's September 20th. The haunt season has begun.
Yeah.
I feel like Halloween is right around the corner. So tonight, after the kids were in bed, it's like Christmas Eve. After the kids were in bed, I started putting out the Halloween decorations. Woo! So I got, I'm cheap, or I don't have money to do a bunch of stuff. So I have all these pumpkins, like dollar pumpkins, and I put in the windows and on the lights outside, and so
Excellent.
the house is getting pumpkin-fied.
You slid the skeleton in your son's bed, so when he wakes up.
Well, no. Last year we had a ghost in a window, and I thought, okay, I probably shouldn't do that this year because he'll think it's a real ghost, and then he won't sleep because he already goes like, "There's a ghost coming," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "It's over there," and I'm like, "What?" I'm like,
It's got a sixth sense.
So then part of me is like, okay, haha, funny, and then the other part of me is like, oh gosh, is he seeing ghosts? Is he seeing something like we're demons around our house? What is going on?
Our grandmother saw stuff, so it skipped a few generations. Now we see.
Yeah, I'm waiting for like steaks to slide across the kitchen counter and the TV to go to like all static and.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My son is scared of Halloween stuff this year. He's 7, all right? And this is the first year he's been scared of everything he sees, basically, this Halloween. We went to the Halloween store, and we've been to Target, and they've got all this stuff, and he's just like, what was that? And he's sneaking around corners, like looking around, make sure nobody's going to jump out. We've scared him so much in the house, he's paranoid. I think is part of it. But man, I couldn't. We took him to the Halloween store 2 times, and I talked him into it the second time. And we went this one path, and we stayed in the safe zone, I'll call it, because we stayed away from the clown that tries to hug you. And
that's just a random guy that's at the store, I think.
Yeah. I don't think that's
well, good thing. Good thing we stayed away from him then, I guess. But no. And then we got to the certain point where you could see this house they had set up that had all of the moving, the mechanical animatronic kind of stuff, that jumps, does all that. And he was like, nope, I got to go back now. So we had to go back the exact same way we came in. But then he saw something else the same way. I'm like, just go, and we finally got over to the kids section where it's like Paw Patrol and all that stuff, all those costumes. And he hung out over there, and the wife and I took turns walking around the store so we could see everything. And yeah, so that's fun.
So funny story, as you mentioned Paw Patrol. So my son has just started sort of watching that lately. He sort of found it and got into it, and it's fun and stuff. And the fireman or fire dog is named Marshall on there. So I had this revelation this week, thinking, wait a second, my friend here in town, his name is Marshall, and he's a fireman.
Hello.
So I texted him, I'm like, I just figured it out that you're the same. You have the same name as the dog on Paw Patrol. He's like, you're just now figuring that out. I'm like, great, I started watching it. He sent me a picture of him and Marshall the fire dog together. And he said, anytime that I'm working, just bring Grant and he can crawl over all over the trucks and stuff. I'm like, oh gosh, dangerous.
Our son started watching Paw Patrol at this lady's house that used to keep him babysitter, basically, right? And he said, we watch Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol is what we thought he was saying. It's like Pop a Troll. We're just like, Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
What is that? So we never heard of Paw Patrol for that matter. And then we finally figured it out. Like we were flipping through or something. He's like, that's it right there. He's 3 or 2 or whatever. 3, I guess, 3 or 4. And then he was hooked, man. We've got all the toys and I've seen all the episodes except, he stopped watching it a few years ago. But man, we were Paw Patrol crazy for a while.
Yeah, my son wants the fire truck, and it's like $60 or something.
What? Oh, like a big one? Because we have just a little one.
Oh no, they have a new one out now that's like huge. But all the dogs fit in it, and I'm like,
no. I think I've seen a poster.
There you go.
You should check it out sometime.
Okay. Sounds great.
Anyways, so as the couple months go on, we'll get into more and more spooky Halloween stuff.
Spoopy?
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 You never heard of the word spoopy?
Who's a spoopy? You're a spoopy.
You're serious? You never heard of that? Spoopy?
No.
Oh yeah, spoopy? Like in the last 2 or 3 years, that's been like the word for like going around for Halloween, like the new cool word. It means like.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Look it up. Google it right now.
Is it in Merriam-Webster's dictionary, whatever it is?
I don't know, but people are saying like Justin Scarred, how I watch Adam.
Well, then we all ought to say it.
They use it a lot, but it didn't originate with them. It originated something else. It's like basically like funny, spooky. Like
it's a word used to describe something that is comical and spooky at the same time.
Yeah.
Originally seen on a photograph of a misspelled Halloween sign.
Yeah.
The term is also closely associated with another slang word, too spooky, with the number 2 at the beginning, on the microblogging site Tumblr.
Wow, I'm hip with the kids. I know the word spooky, and you don't.
I'm old.
I don't feel so old now.
Spooky.
Well, great.
It just sounds like a pet name the girl would have for a guy. Who's my little spoopy?
Okay. Had some weird pet names. Anyways, so we'll get in. I went to Target and the other day for Grant to pick out a costume because they had the costumes 40% off for one day only.
Wow! And already?
Yeah, it was just one day. One day only. One day. And first he wanted to be a ninja, and then he got there and he was like, nope. So he wants to be a doctor now, and they had like a Little Tikes doctor costume. So he's going to be a doctor.
You mentioned ninja, and it cracks me up that they still have Mortal Kombat costumes. I noticed that tonight when we were and there's a Sub-Zero costume. Like, really? That's still like people know what that is, or the kids that are going to wear that.
Well, you can get it for $10 right now on PlayStation Store.
Oh, there you
go. He should have been a ninja doctor.
Ooh, Dr. Ninja.
Dr. Ninja.
Well, so my son's
going
to be the Indiana Jones, right? And they had a Lego mask, and it was plastic, not the big foam that you usually see. This was just a plastic thing. I was like, you could be Lego Indiana Jones. And he totally just like, whatever. I was like, really? He is so into Lego, and he passed on that. I was amazed.
He was like, you're dumb.
You are the stupid.
No, Dad. So lame. So lame.
Yeah. Lego was so yesterday. No, he is definitely still all Lego.
I just wish my daughter was old enough to get the Squirrel Girl costume that they had at Target, because that would be hilarious.
Did you check to see if they had your size?
They didn't have my size.
Oh.
No.
Sad.
I guess I'll be a doctor too. I want to teach him how to say like I did not spend 6 years in medical school to be called Mr. And then when he goes up to people, be like, say that instead of trick or treat. Anyways, enough about that. I'm sure our listeners are like, what is going on? And that's basically what we're going to be doing tonight. What is going on? We have no idea.
Is that what we do every week?
Yeah. Except when we have a guest on.
No.
And then it's all about them. But when there's no guest, it's just you get what you get. And but it's always fun. Right?
You're gonna take it. You're gonna like it.
You're take it. You're gonna like it. Before we get into what we're probably most likely going to talk about, well, it's supposed. It always changes. Like a few weeks ago, we were going to talk about Mario and versus Mega Man, and it went somewhere else, and we still haven't talked about Mario versus Mega Man. We'll get there one day.
I don't even remember where it went.
Christmas, we can do that.
That was the one that went Bill and Ted route.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, so we got a little tiny cool shout out on a YouTube video today, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you guys got to watch it, but it's a channel called Morejstu, which is J Stu Studios' second channel. It's like their vlogging channel. And they build like toilet paper forts. Like they go in stores and build forts in stores and hide in them. They do a lot of Nerf gun mods. A lot of just craziness. They live in Colorado Springs, Colorado, so they get into all kinds of craziness up there. But I was in Target the other day when I was in Target looking at Halloween stuff. And I was going through the Nerf aisle, and there was this box, and I could probably post a picture somewhere. And it was called Toilet Paper Blaster. And it's this gun that looks like a Nerf gun, but you load it with a roll of toilet paper on the side, and you screw in a little thing of water on top, and then it shoots wads of toilet paper. Yeah, spitballs out of it. Toilet paper spitballs, basically.
What?
And I knew that they did like toilet paper, like forts and stuff, and I'm like, this is perfect for them. Nerf, toilet paper, they do it both. So I sent them a tweet with the picture and said, you guys need to get this for your next video. And he, like, one of the guys immediately responded, where is this at? And I said, Target. So today on their video, they went and got it, and they said, we got this tweet from right here, and they showed the I Am Geek logo and everything. So if you like YouTube, you watch YouTube, go over there and watch their video. It's called New Toilet Paper Blaster. It's on Morejstu, Morejstu. It's on their channel. I'll try to put a link maybe in the description if I think about it. And just say, I am Geek, I know them. And just sort of,
That's our favorite podcast.
Yeah, just tell them all about it. Tell them that they need to be on. I'd love to have them on. They're pretty big, though. I don't know if they would come on here.
Wow.
They seem like fun chaps.
Chaps. You go over to the British Isles and come back all sophisticated talking, don't you?
I'm sorry I don't know the word schmoopy or whatever it was.
Spoopy.
That's what it is. It's the mom off of the Goldbergs. That's what it makes me think of. It's something that she would say.
She said Snoopy.
Yeah, schmoopy. Exactly. It's spoopy. Spoopy. So I think it's a her word.
That's a her word? That's a her word.
Yep.
We've got the title of the episode, I guess, now, right?
I don't know, maybe.
Let's get spoopy.
Let's get spoopy. Getting spoopy.
We may save that title. When it really gets spoopy. I don't know. Wow. We'll see. So all kinds of stuff going on this week. It's like the fall has started. Has fall even started, really?
It starts this weekend.
Starts this weekend. All the announcements, all the movie stuff, all the TV stuff is coming out. So we're getting bombarded with stuff left and right. Newsworthy stuff. Video games coming out. I don't know if you guys got to play the Spider-Man game yet.
Nope.
But it looks pretty cool.
You can get it on Redbox. I thought about doing it, but you're going to talk about this in a little bit probably. But there's just no space to put it on right now, so it's like
I know. We want to like Destiny, like the freaking update's like 40 gigs, and I looked and I'm like, I don't have 40 gigs to update. So I'm guessing they have it now where you can get an external hard drive to plug in. So hopefully that'll work, and I'll try to get one.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll work.
It'll work. You'll be fine.
Because right now I can't. There's games that I haven't opened that people have given me that I can't play because there's no room to put them on there. I've got games that need updates that can't be updated. And you're like, well, just get rid of games. Well, there's only I only have I don't have that many games on there. I have a couple games that I play with you guys, a game that I play myself when I have a chance, and then I have some small, like tiny games on there that are like party games for when people come over that don't take up much space, and that's about it. And I'm like, it's because the games are getting so big.
They are.
Yeah.
The system just can't handle the size of them.
Well, the 500.
The 500. Mine.
Yeah. The new ones.
Well, when you got yours, you got yours quite a while ago, and so they didn't have like the bigger systems.
Yeah, so my old 500 gig does not handle, like, you just put a couple games on there and you're done.
That's why it's good that I was late to the game. I got a newer one that can hold everything now.
Did you get a Pro or just the regular one, Chris?
I got a Pro.
Oh, so you could. Do you have a 4K TV?
No, we don't.
No, so they have a Tesla, so they can plug it into the Tesla. Just 4K.
They just plug it in a Tesla. It'll be fine.
Oh, good.
It transforms into a giant TV.
It does. Right.
Just watch it. It can morph into several different things. You can like a mechanical gorilla, a race car, jet, like all kinds of stuff.
You mean a car can transform into a race car?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, it's a car, but then it like goes into like a race car.
Wow.
Faster.
About that.
That's interesting. Okay, Snooty Chris. Okay, let's see. His British Isles and his Tesla. I'm just kidding.
Over here, quite right. Yes.
You need to drive. You need to have your Tesla drive you down to my house.
Oh, okay.
Will it make
I don't know. You're being all snooty about me being snooty, so I don't know if I want to come down.
No, I'm being spooty. It's like comical snooty.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
See what I did there?
Sneaky.
You all are hip to the words these kids use these days, so
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Believe you.
I'm glad you're enjoying your new car.
I am.
So, like I said, there's tons of news. Like there's so many like things I have down here. I don't even know where we're going to start. I guess the biggest news thing to come out would be the new trailer for Captain Marvel.
Whoa.
Hey. Finally came out. I'm assuming both of you saw it.
Yes.
I was impressed.
Yeah. Looks fun.
Oh, I did. Yeah,
when I saw a Blockbuster video, I was like, "Oh,
yes, I know
this is going to be good."
Yes,
you've got me. You hit me in the nostalgia. I'm there.
Yeah. Conan O'Brien did a spoof on it where basically the trailer she lands in Blockbuster and then she starts looking at all the movies and it goes on to say, and for the next 2 hours we will watch her pick out a movie at Blockbuster and then watch her watch the movie because we're Marvel and we can do whatever we want.
Oh, 3 Men and a Baby. Yeah, I'll watch that. Yeah.
So I thought we could do sort of like our initial thoughts of the trailer, and then since we have our expert comic guy here,
yeah, okay.
Which comic? The funny one or the comic books?
Comic books.
Because I'd be the comic guy.
Oh, is that? Oh,
yeah.
Not what you
comic
are.
guy's catering.
Well, hey, now we know, listeners, what Catron specialty is. It's but
finally.
I'm just kidding.
You call me funny? Call me funny.
You think I'm a clown?
Funny to you?
You sort of set yourself up for that one.
Oh, yeah. See, it's just being funny.
Just being funny.
Being funny. You can't help it. That's just how he is.
That's just how I am.
All right, so what did you guys like initial thoughts of the? Let's just watch it right now. Here we go.
Oh gosh.
No, I'm just kidding. Initial thoughts of the Captain Marvel trailer.
It looks great.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. That was fun. It was good. Good
stink.
Yeah,
it's good. It's fun.
It's interesting. They're already putting, like, just in this one trailer, there's all kinds of, like, in the poster too. It's like Easter egg, all this stuff here. You could really read into this, and you can really read into that. Trying to get your brain working on what the movie's gonna exactly be about. Because on the poster, there's in the corner, there's a cat that's actually walking off, like the screen or whatever you want to call it, like the poster.
Yep.
You only see, like, cat's butt walking off. Mm-hmm. And suppose in the comics, she has a cat. It's not actually a cat. It's an alien that looks like a cat. It has a pocket dimension inside of it. It lays eggs and has a giant tentacle monster type thing attached inside of it that comes out and eats things. That's a thing in the comics.
And its name is Chewie, right?
That's a cat.
Its name's Chewie after Chewbacca, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the comic because and then she said somebody asked her why, and she's like, "That's the only thing I could think of."
No.
So it's and like there's one scene already, like it's the Skrulls are the bad guys. So you see a brief clip of the Skrull. They're shapeshifters. And you see one lying on the table, someone inspecting it, and you see Nick Fury standing there holding like a bag or something, or a cloth to his eye that he loses already. In the trailer, you see that.
Well, but in another thing in the trailer, you see stitches above his eyebrow. So I don't know if he's lost his eye yet. Like you see, you see stitches above the same eye. And his eyeball's still there.
Mm-hmm.
So it may just be foreshadowing to when he loses his eye. Because some people are speculating that he loses his eye by a Skrull that's pretending to be somebody else because they can shapeshift. Because he said he can't trust. What's he say in one of the Avengers movies? He says when somebody asked him about his eye, he said, "Yeah, that's the last time I trusted somebody," or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that could be the whole. I turned into someone that's standing next to you. Who's the real one? Pick the real person, and he picks the wrong one, and then they can scratch him.
I'm sure it'll play out just like that. With a little scratch to the eye.
It's a little scratch, just like. And he lost his eye.
Yeah. So after the blockbuster scene, you see her walking through a subway or a mall or maybe a subway. I don't know. Walking through, then the Marvel thing pops up. Sorry, I'm watching the trailer as we go. Breaking it down. And then what supposedly her thumb is doing a thumbprint thing that opens a dark hallway into some kind of underground facility, probably. Which is probably Shield, some kind of Shield facility.
Yeah, like she's been a part of Shield in the past. I don't know how they're doing the storyline.
Because she's wearing a hat, I think, with the Shield emblem on it.
Shield. Because she's from Earth, she's lost her memory.
Yeah.
So she doesn't think she's from Earth, but she thinks she's been there before.
Yeah. Where in the comics, it's Rogue from X-Men that makes her lose her memory.
Yeah, there's been a couple times where she's lost her memory, but the big one was Rogue. Yeah, so she goes and leaves the Avengers at one point and goes and stays with the X-Men, and she gets in a fight with Rogue, who's a villain at the time, and her power is to suck the power out of someone with touch and to gain it for a while, but she holds on to Carol Danvers, the Miss Marvel at the time, before she was Captain Marvel, she was Miss Marvel, holds on to her too long and saps like all her memory out of her, and yeah, she loses her memory. So like, yeah, they're kind of doing a twist on that for the movie because they don't have the X-Men yet. At least they didn't. They got them now, but they didn't have them then. But yeah, they're.
I think the take that they're going to take on is something I saw. So I guess one of the Shield agents is played by, I don't have his name here, an actor, who is actually what is it? I always get them confused. The Kree and the Skrull. Which one do we have here?
Kree.
No, the Skrull. The Skrull. Well, he's played by that's the shape-shifting ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this guy, who's one of the head Shield guys, is actually a Skrull. And then you also have, oh gosh, I'm forgetting all the actors' names. Yeah, and then you have I want to call him Joaquin Phoenix, but that's not his name.
Ryan, it's Jude Law.
People thought he was going to be Marvel.
Jude Law?
Yeah, Jude Law.
Jude Law.
But he's probably not going to be Marvel. He's going to be the head of the Star Force. Is that the
Nova Corps?
No. It's the people you see her with in the
the Kree. So he's
the team that she's fighting with.
Yeah, well, it's a Kree, but I don't know the team that's supposedly.
Well, somebody is calling them the. I'm pretty sure it's Star Force.
I think I may have seen something about that.
Anyways, and he's sort of the leader of it. He realizes she has powers, so he recruits her to that, and he's the one that wipes her memory. So he'll stay with her because they're actually bad guys. And you're going to have a scene sort of like in Force Awakens where the stormtroopers are on that planet. And then what's his name realizes, oh, they're bad.
Oh, okay.
Why did I forget his name? Come on, Ryan. It's been a long day. You know, the guy. Finn, yeah.
Finn.
So it's going to be sort of the similar, not that scene, but it's going to be similar to that where her memories start coming back and she realizes she's basically playing for the wrong team and she's the bad guy.
I mean, basically, yeah, the Kree, like the Skrulls are like the supposedly bad guys in this, but the Kree aren't really good people either. The Kree and the Skrull have been at odds for years, warring back and forth. And really, both of them want to take over the Earth. You saw one of the Kree in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Ronan.
And he's in the villain
trailer in that movie. And he's in the. This takes place on the 80s, so yeah, he's alive. And
because there's a scene with him.
I don't know how.
There's a scene with him and her and that whole group together.
Yeah.
A picture.
Because the guy I'm pretty sure he died in Guardians. It looks like he died. Who didn't know who Star-Lord was.
Yeah.
He's in there.
He's part of the Star Force or whatever
that
it
guy.
is.
Korath, I think. I don't know the actor. I don't know how to say the actor's name.
I understand.
Yeah. And then we get to see her punch an old lady.
I think that's what I'm going to call the episode. I don't think I'm going to call it Captain Marvel Punches an Old Lady.
Yeah. That'll be interesting to see what that's about. Unless you guys know. I don't know.
It's probably
it's a
Skrull.
Skrull. It's
a squirrel.
Because they shape change. A Skrull.
Skrull.
Skrull. So yeah, because you see a whole chase scene because Nick Fury talks about a car chase. So she's chasing a Skrull down because you see them fight, and then she loses them, I guess, and he gets on the bus and disguises himself as the old lady. Because then after that, you see her on the roof of the bus fighting. So
I figured it was probably something like that. She's not going to just go hit a old lady, but
no, she could. I think it'd be funny if she actually, if it was actually an old lady she guessed wrong and she
guessed wrong. Nice.
That would be fun.
So this is not for our listeners because they can't see it, but here's the picture I was talking about that has all of them together. So you got Ronan, you have Ronan's buddy, and they're all on the same team here, on the same team. So I'm pretty sure they've wiped her memory so she could be on this team. And of course, she's in the green outfit here, green and black. And all of those people that are around her are villains in the Marvel comic book universe. Yeah. So,
and I mean, they may not have even wiped her memory. When she gets her power, she, like in the comics, I mean, she basically gets blasted and this big thing gives her power. They could just at that point just say like, oh, it wiped her memory too.
Yeah.
And so they just kind of use.
Well, there's that one scene in the trailer where she's laying back and there's like these electro-like things zapping her in her head.
Yeah.
So that's why I was thinking that was them taking her memory away, but I could be wrong.
Could be.
I don't know. What do I know? Not much tonight.
Nothing. Not names.
No, not names at all. I didn't do my homework very well. Got all the names. We'll just call them all Superman and Wonder Woman.
Great.
That's really bad.
I know. Somebody said that this trailer is the Green Lantern movie that everybody has wanted.
See that?
Yeah, you can see that. So, for our listeners that don't know anything about Captain Marvel, like me, I guess, is there anything that they need to know going into this that would help them understand? I know the movie doesn't come out till March, so we'll talk about it more. But right now, while they're watching the trailer, while they're preparing for it, how about like her powers? Like what actually is all her powers?
I mean, she's like just as strong or stronger than the Hulk. She can fly. She has a certain level of invulnerability. She's like kind of like Superman if you're fighting Superman type thing, or Hulk if you're fighting the Hulk. But she can also blast these beams basically out of her hands, type of thing. So she's really like that. I think she's on the level or even more powerful than the Hulk. A lot of people kind of say that, which is kind of true. In the comics, her story in the comics is so convoluted. I think it might just confuse people because, she was like a scientist, and then she befriended the Kree warrior Mar-Vell. It was Mar-Vell, not Marvel. Mar-Vell. It's subtle.
Yeah, it depends on what part of the universe you're in. You know how you pronounce it.
Yeah, Captain Mar-Vell. In her exploits with him, she gets zapped by this machine, gets her powers. She loses her powers at one point. She gets imbued with cosmic energy at one point, becomes like a totally different hero, and she's Miss Marvel, and she's Captain Marvel. She's like Firebird at one point, Warbird at one point. It's a long,
so like every other comic person, they have many names.
Pretty much.
So what I have here is that she has superhuman strength, endurance, stamina, flight, physical durability, limited precognitive sixth sense. Oh, sixth sense. So sort of like Spider-Man, sort of.
She sees dead people.
She's perfectly acclimated to human and Kree physiology that rendered her resistant to most toxins and poisons. And she could tap the energy of a white hole.
Oh,
hey!
I don't know what that is. Let's see. What is it?
Tap that white hole.
Allowing full control and manipulation of stellar energies, therefore control over heat, the electromagnetic spectrum, and gravity. Light speed travel and the ability to survive in the vacuum of space were also possible. So she could basically do anything, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, so she's, for the next Avengers movie, she's just going to come in and just take Thanos out, no problem, and that's it. That's the end of the movie.
It sounds like that she's pretty much the person that can beat him.
But is that the answer?
To
I bring everybody back? Ooh. No. It's not. Because that'd be too easy, right? I mean, if that was the...
Yeah.
Well, I think that she's the person that probably they'll set up to defeat him, but they'll have to do other stuff to get everybody back.
Yeah.
Like with Ant-Man and others.
Others.
Iron Man and all of
Rocket.
I'm wondering if that once they transform everything back, this may be a spoiler. If
what?
Spoiler. If Captain America is just going to be dead.
Oh,
probably.
Because one of the theories is that he died in Infinity War. But when listen to me. So, he gets punched. He gets punched. No, listen. He gets punched by Thanos, right? And they're saying that punch was such a force that it killed him. And then when Thanos had to do the time thing to bring whatever he has to do to bring Vision back, that it revived Captain America and brought him back to life.
Okay.
And then it played out. So I'm thinking if they do some weird thing that like makes everything go back to the way it's supposed to be, the Captain America will die.
Before Vision.
Yeah.
No, I don't see that because if
it's just a theory.
If he was running back, I don't know.
You're stupid.
If he was running back time and everything, like it would have put like Scarlet Witch back to where she was to begin with, and other I don't know.
No,
reverse everything else.
She was already there.
It would have put her back into position, like in front of.
Just saying, Vision. It was a theory that I read that was sort of interesting.
Well, it's wrong.
It's wrong.
I just found it interesting.
Well, you're wrong.
I know movies can't be interesting anymore. They have to be predictable and easy to figure out.
Well,
I get it. Whatever. Anyways, it's going to be interesting. And then there was a picture that the Russos put out with saying, "Look deep into this picture for clues or whatever." Did you see that picture?
Yeah, but like so far, people are just like, "Well, there's a bunch of A's in there. Like things like form the letter A all over the place."
Yeah, the one that made the most sense to me that somebody said there's an A and then you can see a letter E off to the side, and they're like, "Oh, the title is going to be Avengers Eternity." Because they said the closest guess that somebody had was Avengers something else that means eternity, but it was the wrong word.
Yeah, I saw someone they had found 4 A's. So it was like Avengers 4, but then I looked, I was like, no, I'm seeing like at least like 2 more A's in here. So
is this going to be called?
Yeah, I think that's it.
So I'm excited about Captain Marvel. I think it's gonna be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since it's like set in the 80s. I think it's gonna be cool.
Clark Gregg is back in there as Agent Coulson.
Yeah, so it's like a cool way to do a movie that doesn't have to, like a prequel, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, and I saw like people have been like interviewing Clark Gregg, asking him about like the movie and everything, and he's really trolling them, I think. But I think the people interviewing him are actually thinking he's being serious. Because he's like, yeah, like, I mean, Agent Coulson in this, is back in the 80s. He's a huge MC Hammer fan. He's wearing the baggy pants and all that. I'm just like, like, and the interviewers are like treating this like it's like, oh, yeah, this is what's going to happen in the movie. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure he's just messing with you. He's been in enough of this Marvel stuff to, like, just, like, mess with people, I think.
Now I want him in hammer pants. I want him in hammer pants.
I know. it'd be great, but I really think he's just messing with the interviewers.
Oh, yeah, he is. He is. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure we'll break it down more once the movie comes out in March. I really think you should have your Tesla drive you down here in March to watch it.
All right. I'll plan it in the schedule for the Tesla, and it'll drive me down.
Hey, that's how it works.
It'll change into the race car and drive me down.
There we go.
How many miles can you get on a charge?
310.
Well, there you go.
Will that make it?
Yeah.
I don't know how far it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
It'll make it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It like sputters in.
As long as I don't listen to any music.
I mean, there are charging stations that we stop at.
Oh, yeah.
There's we stopped it. We did one this past weekend. It was at a bakery, and if you go in and show your like little Tesla card, which is your key, they give you a free drink.
La-di-da.
So we got a free drink.
They're like, you paid that much for a car? Here's a free drink.
Yep.
The biggest sucker in town.
Oh, we're horrible.
Whatever. I haven't had to get gas since I've been back from England. So
whoa.
La-di-da.
La-di-da.
All right. Speaking of England, there's a Loki and Scarlet Witch show going out. Or 2 shows. That has nothing to do with England. I just wanted to say, speaking of England.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, he's from England.
Yeah, he's from England. So there we go.
There you go. Segue.
So they've announced that there's going to be a Loki show and a Scarlet Witch show on the new Disney streaming service. But they have not announced. They said that they're trying to get the actors to reprise their roles, but that hasn't happened yet. Do you think Hiddleston's going to do a show?
I think Hiddleston's going to do it. I think he loves playing the character and playing in that universe and everything. I think he would do it. And yeah, the question is, is it like before in the past, or is it in the present? And Loki's not dead. That's the question.
That is the question, because
he's
hard to kill.
They've said like, you're not going to see Thor, you're not going to see Captain America, you're not going to see Iron Man, you're not going to see any of those people in any of the TV shows they're doing.
Yeah.
It's all going to be the minor characters. So I'm wanting a Korg show. I just want a Korg show.
Just him sitting around.
It's like, hi, how it doing?
Like, it could be like a reality show. It's just him.
Yeah, it's just
sitting around at his house.
Reviewing weapons. Just him reviewing weapons that you can fight with. It's just a stick. It's got 3 porks in it, and if you have 3 vampires, you can get them all in one place and kill them. Love it. That's what I want.
Man. Oh, speaking of vampires, since you said that, funny story. So many segues. So my 3-year-old was trying to play with my 1-year-old, and he's 3, so he's in that age where he gets a little rough. And so he was playing with her, and he sort of ran towards her, and for some reason she started to like just want to headbutt stuff. I don't know why. So she headbutted him in the nose. I shouldn't laugh. And and he had this dazed look on his face, and his nose started bleeding. And he was like looking at it, he's touching it, he's like, oh, there's blood. Like, it's okay, come sit down. And Sue was fine. She was just like, la-da-da. Because he says a hard head. And so he's looking at the blood on his hand, and then he looks at her and sees no blood, and he goes, baby is a vampire. She has no blood. And I'm like, what? What? It's like, baby's a vampire. She has no blood. See, no blood. Nice. And I'm like, okay, first off, where in the world did you learn that?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't watch any shows about that, or I don't know where he learned that from. but it was so funny. So like so now just like all the time, he's just like, "Baby's a vampire. She has no blood." And I'm like, let's not say that to other people. Oh man. Anyways, so we have the streaming service that comes out sometime next year. Don't know how much it's going to be, but it's going to have Loki, Scarlet Witch, some more Star Wars shows. It's looking like it's going to be pretty cool if they do it right. I'm thinking the other Marvel shows are still staying on Netflix for the time being.
Yes, I believe so.
Which Netflix pretty much announced that they're not doing a Defenders 2. There won't be a Defenders 2.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of veering away from it anyway. I mean, they're kind of setting up like a Heroes for Hire. They could do that, which would be like Luke Cage and Iron Fist, and then they got the Daughters of the Dragon with the other two, the women. I can't think of their names. One with the mechanical arm and the karate fighter girl from Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I can't think of names either tonight.
That's their names.
Yeah. Robot arm.
Chang or
Rubit.
Yeah.
Anyways, so then Iger made some announcements. There's all kinds of announcements going on. If you don't know who Iger is, he's like the head of Disney. He's the evil emperor of Disney.
Colleen Wing. That's Colleen Wing for Iron Fist. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, so Iger made a couple announcements. He said that there's going to be a slowdown to Star Wars. There's not going to be a movie every year, I guess. I wonder why. Which is sad because there was some rumors of movies coming up that I was actually really excited about. Especially the Kenobi movie. That was, I was excited for a Kenobi movie, but it may not happen now. Boba Fett. Yeah. So who knows? And I think there was supposed to be more Han Solo movies, but that's probably not likely.
Probably not going to happen.
Which stinks because I enjoyed Solo. But that's just me. Then go ahead.
Oh, sorry. The whole Darth Maul thing. I kind of wanted to see where that was going to go.
Yeah. He got in shape for that role and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Anyways, and then Iger also announced that I'm going to mispronounce the name probably. Kevin Feige is taking over the X-Men franchise and is going to roll it into the Marvel franchise. So they're all under one umbrella. But it won't happen anytime soon because there's still, nothing's been finalized, even though it's final. So you're not going to see X-Men and Avengers 4. Or probably not the movie after that, whatever that is. Or it'll be a little while. Because there's still some movies floating out there, like Dark Phoenix, and I don't know if they're still doing that.
Yeah, that the New Mutants, like they refilmed stuff for that, so supposedly they'll get them done. I was kind of looking forward to the New Mutants because it looked like a horror film with like in that universe, and it kind of looked like it'd be fun.
Yeah. It's a slow night tonight.
Let's see.
Insert some crickets. Anyways.
Okay.
I think we're just all tired. I'm just like, what am I supposed to say next?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
No, it's not you guys. It's me. It's totally me. Anyway, so a lot of stuff happening. And then also, on the video game front, Nintendo did it, so why not Sony? They've announced the PlayStation Classic, if you want to call it that. I forget what it's actually called.
It's PlayStation Classic.
So they're just completely ripping off Nintendo.
Or Classic PlayStation.
Something
like that. Sega already did it.
Yeah, Sega did. Yeah. So it's going to be a little tiny PlayStation.
Yeah.
Going to look like it.
2 controllers, though, right?
Oh.
Or is it?
I don't know.
Well, I saw a picture with controllers. Yeah. Whether you get both when you get it or not. Who knows?
20 games.
Yeah, they've only announced like
one,
two,
three,
5 or 6 of them. It's like Final Fantasy VII, Tekken 3, Wild Arms, Ridge Racer Type 4, and Jumping Flash. I've heard of 3 of those.
And none of those are games that make me go, man.
Right.
I want to play that.
Yeah.
Which I'm trying to think back of the original PlayStation, what games on there that I'm like, man, I'd like to play that again. I can't really think of anything.
Yeah, I mean, because the second one had more of the games that people like. The Metal Gear was on the second one, right? The one that everybody played.
Yeah, probably.
Tony Hawk was a big one that we played. I don't know.
It's gonna be $100 too, $99.99.
Oh,
we're proud of it.
Yeah, December 3rd, 2018 is the release date, and it's gonna be $99.99. What the heck?
Oh, nope. Good.
Nope. Yeah, I don't know.
People will buy it.
Pepsi Man, that was a game.
Pepsi Man?
Pepsi Man, yep.
Wow.
It was a game. Metal Gear Solid.
But yeah.
Crash Bandicoot games.
No, that's true. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot was a big one.
Tetris.
But they have
Spyro, but they won't do that because they're doing thing for that.
The funny thing is that you could play like all of these games on the PSN network. So it's like, so basically you're paying $100 to have this little tiny PlayStation.
Right. Did you see that they're also doing a thing on the Switch? That there are some retro games that you can play.
Oh, yeah, from Sega.
Were they Sega? Interesting.
Well, there's I think they had like old Nintendo games, but they're doing the Sega classics. They're putting those on there.
Okay, I didn't see that part. This was talking about the classic Nintendo games, so that was interesting. Like 20 games or something. I don't know how many it was, but it wasn't a bunch.
Nice.
But I think you had to buy them separately. It wasn't like you just get them or something. I don't know. Kind of like the virtual console they had for the Wii, where that's what we got into.
Well, we did that. Well, yeah, the Switch launched their online now, which you have to pay for.
Yeah.
So yeah, before you could play Mario Kart online, you didn't have to pay for anything, but now you got to pay for it.
Oh. Womp womp.
Of course. Gotta pay for everything. Well, I think the only other announcement that I have here was the first pictures of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, or Arthur Fleck.
Arthur Fleck.
I don't know. I was a little. I mean, it's just pictures, but I was a little underwhelmed.
Yeah, it's not him as the Joker. It's him before he becomes the Joker.
Yeah. So is that going to be most of the movie him before the Joker?
Pretty much, I guess. I'm guessing like the first, at least third of the movie is him not as the Joker. I don't know what they're doing with this. It seems so weird. Like, it's before he's a Joker, but Joaquin Phoenix isn't a young man. He's an older guy. So, I mean, I guess the Joker's just an older guy.
Sort of like Jack Nicholson did it.
That worked. Like Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne's father's involved in it somehow, which originally apparently was going to be played by Alec Baldwin, but then he backed out.
That's okay. I'm
okay another guy now. Yeah, I'm okay with that too. But I mean, there's really good producers and directors and stuff behind it, and Joaquin Phoenix is a good actor. It's just I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense what they're doing with it exactly. So it'll be interesting to see how they actually get that working. I don't know.
Well, like I said, everything's picking up. Our shows will be starting back. Movies will be coming out. Halloween is just around the corner. We have some special guests, hopefully, that are going to be coming on. If there's somebody that you'd like to have us on, now we can't have like Tom Hanks on or something again. I mean, we had him on once, so we can't do it again.
Yeah.
But if there's somebody you watch on YouTube or somebody you know that's like sort of in the geek realm, let us know. We'll reach out to them and try to get them on. But we have all kinds of stuff coming up. We have a big Disney trip coming up where we'll be diving into some more Disney. Caitlin's real excited.
I am.
Yep.
It's coming up.
Our magic bands are sitting here ready.
They are ready. We have 16 days.
I think I may I Am Geek mine out and like paint the logo on my magic band.
Sure, some stickers. If I keep doing sales, we could have had some little stickers we put on our magic bands.
Oh, I may have.
I've got one, but I think it's way too big.
Yeah, it might be too big. But anyways, so a lot of stuff coming up. If there's something you want to hear on I Am Geek, let us know. Do you want to know who would win in a battle between Mega Man and Super Mario? We've got it all lined up. It's all ready to go.
Our Battle Royale cheese we had, excuse me, in the tournament bracket, we did have Captain Marvel, I believe, as one of the combatants. So we could go back to that now that Captain Marvel's coming out.
That is true.
It's relevant.
Something that can happen. It's relevant.
Or not,
Or not.
Told you I'm the funny one.
Hilarious.
This is true. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I promise
welcome.
Next time I'll have more energy. I'm so tired today for some reason. I think I'm just so excited about all the Amazon announcements today that I've just got no energy left. I'm ready to buy my my Amazon microwave.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow. They had an outlet, a microwave. I don't know, but they're all Alexa enabled, so I guess you could talk to your microwave. But it's I don't know.
Alexa, make me some popcorn, but don't use the popcorn button because the package says not to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alexa, don't burn that.
Okay. I don't even know what Alexa says.
Okay, Ron.
Whatever. Okay. Sure.
Speaking of that, have y'all seen the video? It was on Saturday Night Live where when Alexa first came out, pretty much, but they had the Alexa for old people, and it would listen to it. Would you've got to watch it. We'll have to look it up here in a minute, but Alexa would listen to the stories like of the old people would tell. I was like, and then it would have these conversations with it, and it would also answer to any name close to Alexa. So because there was one old lady that was like, Agatha, she's like, yes. It's so funny. It was perfect. Alexa Silver, I think is what they called it.
There's one here that says Amazon Echo.
Echo is just a little dot,
It's a Saturday Night Live one that says Amazon Echo. It's got an old person.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think they call it Amazon Silver, Alexa Silver or something. But it was funny, or Echo Silver. That's what it was. Yeah. We don't have to watch it right this minute. But.
Oh, I know. Anyways,
no, we're watching it.
So thanks for joining us. Next week, Caitrin will probably be coming live from
Boston, Massachusetts. Boston.
So he'll have a Boston accent.
All the squirrels.
Right in the Cheers bar. It'll be coming live from Cheers.
It'll be late because we start at 10 o'clock Central Time. It'll be 11 o'clock Eastern Time.
Ooh.
And yeah, that's late. But that's okay.
I mean, we could record on a different day if you wanted to.
Oh, no.
That's fine with me. No, we don't.
Yeah.
My wife will be out of town that Thursday, so I mean, we could do it on a different day.
Yeah.
No, it's just let me know.
I'm fine, whatever.
We'll figure it out.
But again, thank you for joining us on I'm Geek. Make sure you check out our shout out on the morejstu video. Let's get I'm Geek out there. Let's get people listening to I'm Geek. People.
Maybe not this episode particularly.
No, not this episode. Yes. I don't even know if we'll put this episode out. Next week's episode may come on and it says episode 74, and people will be like, "Where's episode 73?" And
we don't talk about
that episode.
It's the lost episode.
That'll be we put out the best hits album. That'll be the secret track.
Very secret. Man, was it that bad? Was this episode that bad?
No, it was not. I'm just being funny again.
83 backwards. If you play episode 83 backwards, you'll hear this episode. That's how they'll get it.
Maybe I'll put like a commentary over this episode. I'll record a commentary after we get through, and I'll be like, "Here at this point in the episode, this is what we were thinking about." And
when you're trying to say a name, you just start yelling it.
That's what I really wanted.
Jude Law.
This is what. I didn't say Jude Law here.
This is what we really should have talked about here instead of this that Catrons has started babbling about.
I take full responsibility for this episode. No, it turned out it's all my fault.
It's okay.
Yeah. Anyways, every once in a while you need to listen to one of those episodes. It just reminds you how good the rest of the episodes are.
That's right.
Anyway,
you can't have ups without sound.
Yeah. This has maybe been I Am Geek episode 73. Thanks for joining us. We're over an hour. Let's cut this. It's over. We'll see you next week with some brand new, exciting content. Maybe a special guest. Who knows? Mark Hamill will be on next week's episode.
Wow.
Tune in to listen to Mark Hamill. And we'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.
I gave him $5, and he said I only gave him $1. I said, I know I gave you a $5, because I only had a $5 and a $1 on me. And this is the $1 right here. So, you tell me who's crazy.
Amazon Echo Silver. Get yours today. I said get yours today.
To order Amazon Echo Silver, send a check or money order to Amazon.com right now.